The thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Welcome to Let's Go Racing. I'm Danny Gibson here joining you with Dick Girardi. We're coming to you from Parks Racing, bringing you all the latest and news from horse racing from around the country. On today's show, it's a star-studded stakes weekend around the nation from Penn National to Aqueduct to Del Mar and everywhere in between, with our Parks horses really making themselves known. We saw 2 fairy tale endings with 2 very deserving champs. It was a great racing weekend.
It really was. Thanksgiving weekend is generally the last really big racing weekend of the year. It comes 3 weeks after the Breeders' Cup. Obviously not like the Breeders' Cup, Danny, but really good. And we saw maybe some horses we'll see on the 3-year-old trail next year. And as you said, 2 deserving champions in their final race.
Absolutely. Well, let's get to some Parks Racing local race of the week. It was Monday's 8th race. $35,000 allowance optional claiming. The purse is $47,000. They're going to go 7 furlongs, a field of 8. The number 6 and 8 both in with a $35,000 claiming tag. And we have a dual post time favorite. It's the number 2 See Now and the number 4 New Commission, both coming in at 3-1.
Right, so by a couple of dollars, See Now was the actual favorite, but to Danny's point, they were essentially the same. See Now has speed, has the inside, certainly has a good record, 10 of 24 lifetime.
Nice race here. We're going to send it up to Chris Griffin with our local race of the week.
High Velocity is trying to put away See Now. Looking for room there is Lawan. Wide rally from Super Dude out in the center of the racetrack. The Sakari and also New Commission. They travel as a pair, but they're going to be wide. Mount Travers is still the trailer. 23-1 was that opening quarter mile. 46-3 a half mile time. To the inside is See Now with a nose in front. High Velocity has been there the entire journey. Super Dude is making up some ground. Lawan with nowhere to go. New Commission is going to range up now 4 wide. The Sakari also wide with the rally and Mount Travers. Anyone's race, top of the stretch. New Commission is taking the lead. It's New Commission who sprints for home. Super Dude also running on Lawan. New Commission for a final 1/8 of a mile is extending that margin now.
New Commission set down by jockey Jeremy Laprida and really running away from the field. And nice to see him when he had 9 months off and 3rd win off the layoff. I always love that betting angle.
Yeah, just missed last time by a nose, and this time just never in doubt. Danny just came wide and whooshed by the field, never in doubt. New Commission and our man, we're out for a Viesa.
We're going to head to our first break. When we come back, we're going to see jockey Joe Hampshire, who's inducted into our Parks Racing Hall of Fame, and all the stakes action where Parks horses really dazzled. Stick around. Let's Go Racing. We'll be right back.
It is Chateau with the lead. Hopeful Treasure runs in second.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stable.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Well, we had our Parks Racing Hall of Fame day a few months ago. Jockey Joe Hampshire wasn't here for the ceremony, so I got to catch up with him and talk about what that means. What a special, special man he is.
Yeah, Joe's one of our favorite people out here at the track. I remember him when he first started riding, coming up from South Philly, spent many years here at what used to be known as Philadelphia Park, then went to New England, did great up at Suffolk and Rockingham, came back when the slot money showed up, did great again, retired. Now he's a really good jocks agent, so one of the best people here at Parks.
Absolutely. Here's more with jockey Joe Hampshire. We're here with jockey Joe Hampshire, inducting him into our Parks Racing Hall of Fame. We didn't get to do this with you on Parks Hall of Fame Day, but we're doing it today, and that's what's important. Congratulations. And what's really cool about you, you're in 2 Hall of Fames. You're in the New England Hall of Fame and now in our Parks Hall of Fame.
Yes, this was a big surprise for me. Getting in the New England Hall of Fame was a cinch because of my numbers, but this is so special to me. I just want to say that, I was very surprised and very grateful that the HVPA, the turf writers, had enough confidence to vote me in. And, you can't get no achievements in this game by yourself. And, I rode for great trainers, tremendous owners. The jockey colony that was with me was very helpful, my family. So it kind of made things easy for me. That's all I had to do was perform.
You're now a jockey agent, and you're not just a jockey agent, you're a hell of a jockey agent. You and Michael Sanchez won the title 2 years, and you're doing great things this year with Sylvester. What's that been like, mentoring the new riders coming up?
Oh, I love my job as a jockey's agent, and Michael made it so special for me, getting me where I am as an agent. And, I got a good rapport with all the trainers. I like coming out here, and it was a great transition for me.
Well, it's been such an honor having you here, and congratulations. And I know there's something special that you wanted to say as well.
Oh, yeah. I want to send some thanks out to the people that usually don't get credit. And, I want to thank every groom, every hot walker, every exercise boy, assistant trainer, the gate crew, the announcers, and without them, I would have never been able to be holding this. So thank you, everybody.
Absolutely. You ride them across the finish line first, but they help get those horses there and ready, and it's an important job. Congratulations.
Yes. One more thing. I want to thank every horse that gave their best to get me right where we are now in the winner's circle, and I appreciate them.
Not only was he a top rider, to me he's the epitome of what a jock's agent is, and is really developing these young riders. He now has Sylvester Gonzalez, who is having a breakout year in my eyes.
No question, and he had Michael Sanchez when he won the title here.
We're going to have more on Michael a little bit later in our show. Let's get to some national racing brought to you by the Chapman Auto Group. If their emblem's not on the back of your card truck, well, you did pay too much. We got to take a step back. Let's go to Friday at Churchill Downs. It was the Grade 1 Clark going 1 1/8 and 2 very big, well-deserving favorites, Midnight Bourbon at 6-5 and Maxfield at 6-5, sharing that favorite.
So again, Midnight Bourbon had slightly more money, but to Danny's point, essentially co-favorites. Last time we saw Midnight Bourbon here, he was second to Hot Rod Charlie in the Pennsylvania Derby. Now he makes his first try against older horses.
Here's the call of the Clark.
Midnight Bourbon finds himself on the lead, and Maxfield races up to grab second, so they go 1-2 to the clubhouse turn. Chess Chief settles inside to be third in the early stages. Militarist comes away racing in fourth. Happy Saver with a good spot down inside, saving ground while fifth. Dr. Post is sixth. King Fury's in seventh, and it's 3 lengths back to Night Ops, the trailer, as they move around the clubhouse turn. And it's Midnight Bourbon bounding along up top, leads by 2 lengths with 6 furlongs to go. The opening quarter in just 23 and 4/5 seconds. So Midnight Bourbon is loose on the lead. Maxfield is tracking from second, outside of Chess Chief, who's down toward the inside, running along in third. There's 5 furlongs to go. Happy Savers come off the rail now and is racing fourth, only 3 lengths behind. Militarist is moving along from fifth. Dr. Post is down inside sixth. Then it's King Fury, and at the back is Night Ops. The opening half, a moderate 48 seconds flat. They're on the far turn. Midnight Bourbon, here comes Maxfield. Maxfield is cranking up the pressure now. With 3 furlongs to go, they are head-and-head in the Clark. Happy Saver set down for the drive already and goes outside from third. 5 lengths back to Chess Chief Militarist, the rest with a lot to do. They're at the quarter pole. Midnight Bourbon confronted by Maxfield. Happy Saver switched out for the final furlong, racing for the 8th pole here at Churchill, and Maxfield has taken the lead. It's Maxfield in front. Midnight Bourbon battles on gamely, and Happy Saver's closing down the center of the track. There's a 16th to go. It's Maxfield in front. Happy Saver's finding stride late in the game. Maxfield digs down deep to win it.
So happy to see Maxfield go out on that win from the 8 post with jockey Jose Ortiz, who has been aboard him for a lot of his wins.
Yeah, I think Godolphin had a pretty good year, like everywhere. Breeders' Cup in Europe, here. I mean, it's just amazing how many good horses they had. Now, I remember when Maxfield was a 2-year-old, Danny, he was really highly touted off his first 2 races, then he got hurt before the Breeders' Cup, was off for a long time, missed the entire Triple Crown in 2020. Looked like he might never make it back. Well, boy, did he ever make it back. How about 8 of 11 lifetime? Churchill Downs never lost, 5 for 5. And I loved it here because he was chasing Midnight Bourbon. He's a really good horse, puts him away, and here comes Happy Saber. Looks like he's going to go by. Just wouldn't let it happen. Maxfield's a really, really neat horse. 8 lifetime wins, $2 million in earnings, off the stud. Well, I'd like to see him run another year, right? Could you imagine him as a 5-year-old?
I absolutely would. And you could just see how proud trainer Brendan Walsh is.
Yes.
Really put a cherry on top of that beautiful career. Happy Saver with that great second. And no shame in Midnight Bourbon's third. I mean, I just think he's had a long campaign.
Yeah, now he ran well. And, you know, it almost looked like what happened to Hot Rod Charlie in the Breeders' Cup Classic. They ran so good here at the PA Derby. Maybe they just didn't have one more big one behind it.
Look forward to see them come back as 4-year-olds. Well, let's head to Penn National. It was 2-year-old fillies, Pennsylvania breds running for 6 furlongs, and the Shamrock Rose $200,000. And our favorite is for Butch Reed, Disco Ebo, 3-2, and Joe Moratora is going to be riding. Frankie Pennington's out with COVID.
Yeah, unfortunate that Frankie couldn't get up for the ride, but yeah, this was the day before Thanksgiving, or day after Thanksgiving on Friday up at Penn. And Disco Ebo, we saw win here by 10, then went to Penn National, won by 10. A heavy favorite, and this is a great story, Danny. You told me about it. They bought this horse for $52,000 as a yearling. Butch Reed has trained 8, count them, 8 full brothers and sisters, the same sire and mare here. It's wild. Some of the names you know, Disco Rico. I mean, it's just wild. Fat Cat.
It started with Fat Cat was their first one.
Yeah, and just one after another. Smooth B is one of them. And this maybe Disco Ebo will be the best of all.
Butch has done so well with his family. He has 4 full brothers and sisters in his barn in training right now. Pretty crazy.
And I wrote about it this week for Let'sGoRacingParks.com, all of which is leading us up to watch Disco Ebo.
Here's the call of the Shamrock Rose Stakes.
Disco Ebo has the lead, 3 parts of a length as they race toward the quarter pole. Golden Tabby has gained second. Be Water back to third. Knickers in a Twist races fourth. Morano looks to pick it up the far outside. Bazinga C has dropped back. Is That Your Harley is next. They're followed by What's Cooking and Purely Silver as they straighten for the drive. Disco Ebo opens up now by 6, coming to the 8th pole. Morano has moved to second. Trying to move up the outside. Is That Your Harley as they come to the 16th pole. It's all Disco Ebo here.
Well, Disco Ebo and Joe Moratora went to the lead and never looked back, getting that win. Very nice win there. And Burana getting the second for John Service, so Parks horses running first and second.
Yes, Parks 1-2 for $200,000 at Penn, and at Butch has just had an incredible year, Danny. A lifetime, a career year for a guy who just had an Eclipse Award winner last year. I wrote about it for Let'sGoRacingParks.com. Butch is going to set a personal earnings record, assuming he wins some races in December, and why wouldn't he? He's been winning races all year long.
He really has, and I liked what you said. He's quietly probably having one of the best years. He is.
Yeah, it is the best year. When I talked to him, I said, Butch, I think this is your best year. He said, it is. And think about it. The big horse never even got a chance to run.
I know.
Vequist only ran 1 time. So the fact that he's doing that without the horse he thought maybe would be in the Kentucky Oaks and win lots of money tells you how good the stable is. And he said he's got more good 2-year-olds than he's ever had. He's won, he thinks, a dozen 2-year-old races, so sets him up pretty nice for 2022.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that. Well, let's head to Aqueduct. It was on Sunday. They fall high weight handicap, grade 3. It's $200,000, 6 furlongs. And our favorite is Sir Alfred James for Cash Norman at 2-1. I think it's John McKee, not a name you hear very often.
No, indeed. Up from Churchill Downs, 5 for 15 lifetime, 3 for 5 this year.
And second choice is Chateau, who some of you guys remember, he's run here at Parks Racing. Gets our man Kendrick Carmouche for Rob Atras.
Yeah, when we saw him here, he got in a wicked speed duel and finished nowhere. Runs much better at Aqueduct than he runs anywhere else. He will be on the lead. The question is, what does 131 pounds do to Chateau here?
Here's the call of the Fall Highway Handicap.
Chateau leads by 2. Hopeful Treasure runs in second. War Toxin on the outside in third as Rough Entry drops back. Passed at the rail by Green Light Go. The quarter 22 and 2/5 seconds. It is Chateau in front. by 2.5 lengths. Hopeful Treasure gives chase in second. Green Light Go now comes through to take third. War Toxin is back running in fourth. Wendell Fong is now up to fifth. As the field turns into the stretch, it is Chateau with the lead. Hopeful Treasure runs in second. Chateau by 2.5. Hopeful Treasure in second. Green Light Go is next in third. Wendell Fong is down at the rail as they come down for the 16th pole. Here comes Hopeful Treasure up on the outside to grab the lead from Chateau. Late move here from Green Light Go. It's Hopeful Treasure and Green Light Go. They come on for the finish. Hopeful Treasure.
Well, Hopeful Treasure, the Parks horse, getting the win at 18-1 with jockey Michael Sanchez. And this was trainer Mike Catalano's first graded stakes win. Been training since 1988. I'm going to catch up with him later. How emotional for them.
Yeah, good for him. I mean, that's great. You put in all that time, and these races are hard to come by. We talked about Butch Reed had said Smooth being here. He missed the break. He was eliminated. Chateau got loose, but just got tired. Great win for Michael. Hopeful Treasure, Parks, 18-1.
Here's more with winning jockey Michael Sanchez. We're here with jockey Michael Sanchez after his big victory in the Grade 3 Fall Highway at Aqueduct. Congratulations, you brought Hopeful Treasure in at 18-1, and that's your second graded stakes win in New York.
Yeah, it is. It feels good, especially there in the Big Apple.
Did you think Chateau was obviously the lone speed? Did you think you were going to catch him in KC?
Actually, I thought it was other couple horses that got some speed. You know, he was going to be a speed dude, and he broke really fast. He went to the lead, but you know, where I was, well, I felt the whole way. I thought I was in a good spot. You know, he gave me a good feeling that I had horse the whole way, and I knew I was going to go by him anytime. It was only if anybody was going to close, better than him.
Yeah, Dylan Davis coming up on your hip, but obviously you got to the win. Coming back, that was Michael Catalano's first stakes win, and Tony Como of Just in Time Racing. The feeling was palpable. What were the emotions coming back?
Oh, there was a lot of emotion. I did hold it pretty good, but Mike was really, really happy. I'm really proud of him. The whole thing, everybody. Watching them and winning those races together, and coming from here, go over there. Competing against, the top sprinter, in the whole country, and, getting to win the race, it was really nice for everybody, the whole team. Mike was really much, the whole thing, everybody. It was special. It was always.
And that wasn't your only stakes win of the weekend. You won on Pick and Time for Kelly Breen at a price. Not only are you fun to watch as a fan, you're good for the bettors.
Well, like I always said, I always try to do my best in every horse, every trainer. I try to watch, as many videos I can, try to get to know the horse, a little bit better and everything. And a funny story, Hopeful Treasure, I've been working him since a baby, since a 2-year-old, and I only got to ride him 2 times and we won, so it's kind of good, it's fun.
It was fate for you to ride him. Congratulations on another graded stakes win for you.
Thank you.
Well, huge congratulations to them and their barn. I know that was a very emotional win. And Tony Como of Just in Time Racing, he comes out here to Parks all the time. I love when he's screaming, "The stable's rocking."
I love people that have spent their time in the game getting one of those big wins. It's why you root for the little guy.
Absolutely. Well, it's time for us to head to another break. When we come back, we're going to have our jockey and trainer of the week and lots more exciting stakes. So stick around. Let's Go Racing. We'll be right back.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our jockey and trainer of the week is by Turning for Home, our racehorse retirement program right here at Parks Racing. We have another Turning for Home spotlight horse to share with you, Incensed. A big, beautiful 8-year-old gelding who was retired by Joe Taylor, racing 70 times at 17 different racetracks from across the country with 9 wins, 15 seconds, and earnings just under $300,000. As you can see, he's transitioned into retirement with ease. He lives with his new family in South Carolina, Elizabeth and her kids, and Incense really defeats the stereotypes of crazy thoroughbreds and has really become the family pet. You can see he rides bareback, western, and totes the kids all around. And they say on the trails he's always taken his sweet old time. And you know, the great thing about these off-track thoroughbreds, they've been exposed to so much. So when they make that transition, they're just awesome.
That's the classic turning for a home horse right there.
Oh.
He did his thing on the track for all those years. Now he gets to enjoy his retirement.
Well, you enjoy your retirement, Incense. And our jockey of the week, it has to go to Michael Sanchez.
Yeah.
He gets his second Grade 3 win, but he also had another graded stakes win down at Laurel. And I just want to do a co-jockey because Ruben had a 5-day win on Monday.
Crazy. Yeah, he's unbelievable.
And when there was an incident in the gate in the last race, he reached down and picked Dexter Haddock up by his pants to save him.
And he'll get it. The jockey's title will be his at the end of December.
Absolutely. And our trainer of the week, congratulations, Mike Catalano, on your first graded stakes win.
Absolutely.
Huge accomplishment for any trainer, any part of their career.
Yeah, well, you've been in it that long to get in a graded stakes win. It's got to be very cool.
Absolutely. Well, let's get to some race recap brought to you by the Pewter Stable. A wonderful partnership. Check them out at pewterstable.com. And Del Mar, it was the Grade 1 Hollywood Derby, $400,000, going a mile and an eighth on their turf course. And the Hall of Famer is going to make some excitement in here for us.
Indeed. Beyond Brilliant, the 2 is loose in the lead with Kent DeSorma, who had an incredible run as the Bing Crosby meet ended at Del Mar. He was winning from behind, he was winning in the middle. This time he's going to win from the front. He's going to hold on at the line to win it by a neck and a nice, juicy 10-1.
Well, I was going to say, what a payout for that trifecta. And Hall of Famer Kent, 51, he's better than ever. He's had a lot of wins at Del Mar this weekend.
He has indeed.
We're going to stick at Del Mar. It's the Grade 1 Matriarch Stakes, $400,000, going a mile on the turf for the girls. And Princess Grace, as some of you guys remember from here, she had a big one here. She's not going to get a good trip here.
Yeah, she's got a terrible trip. With Kent DeSorma, who we just praised, he won 10 out of 17 races coming in here. Princess Grace is the one stuck on the rail, but the race is all about Regal Glory, loose on the lead, the 6. That man, Chad Brown, when he comes west with Jose Ortiz, he's dangerous. Princess Grace just always surrounded. I thought Kent overcompensated. Breeders' Cup time, they put her on the lead. They didn't like that, so he took her back to last. She was never really comfortable in the race, but I don't know if they were beating Chad anyway. Regal Glory, loose and gone.
Pace made the race for Regal Glory, and everybody said Kent was just listening to instructions all week. Trainer Michael Stidham said they were going to come off the pace.
Well, that's fine. Off the pace is fine, but last is another story altogether.
And stuck in traffic in a box.
That's a problem.
But she made a great effort for third. Well, we're going to head to Churchill Downs for Future Star Saturdays. Some very exciting 2-year-olds in the Grade 2 Goldenrod, going a mile and 16th. And take it to us, Dick.
This is for the fillies, and this is a daughter of Medaglia d'Oro, the great sire, the 7 Dream Lith, and she's coming from nowhere to run by the field in the stretch for Robertino Diodoro. I always get his name mixed up, but
Robertino.
Yeah, she wins it at 9-1.
And Ramon Vasquez, 4 wide to run down the leader. That was a very impressive race for a 2-year-old. Well, we got to get to the boys. It was the Grade 2 Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes for 2-year-olds, going a mile and 16th. And we did have the scratch. Tis the Bomb for Kenny McPeak, but he certainly makes up for it with his other horse.
Yeah, Tis the Bomb was, if you remember, was the, I don't know, how do you call this, the pari-mutuel winner of the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf. Wasn't the actual winner. That was that bizarre day where the scratch horse won the race. But it's Kenny's other horse, Smile Happy, mid-pack most of the way, the 8. Boy, what a big run this horse gives. A son of Run Happy. You don't really think distance, but man, he looked good. Smile Happy, easy winner, 3 lengths at the wire, 90 buyer figure. Could Bruce's buddy Kenny McPeak be on the Derby trail? I gotta think so.
I think so. Corey Lannery had to be smiling when he put that horse in the clear. He did some running. Well, it's time for Ion Racing, and there's lots of racing. Let's quick get to Aqueduct. It's Cigar Mile Day.
Yeah, Cigar Mile is always a cool race. I think we're going to have a couple of pretty good horses in here, Danny. We're not going to have Life is Good, though. He's waiting for the Pegasus.
Well, speaking of the Pegasus at
Yes.
Gulfstream Park, I'm going to beam down there as soon as we get done wrapping here because it's
Claiming
Claim and Crown Day.
Yeah, you're going. When are you going? You're going
Today.
Right? You're out of here?
I'm
You're
out of
home?
here. As soon as we get done, I'm going to be there.
All right. Well,
and we're
fun.
going to have lots of Parks horses running. It's going to be all excitement. So check out our PTHA social media for all the action. And Los Alamitos opens the Grade 1 Starlets today.
There you go. All good.
Well, it's time for our final break. When we come back, news and notes. Let's Go Racing. We'll be back just after this quick break.
Racehorses are pampered.
Treated with care and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them.
And they do right by us.
The hard-working folks
who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
But it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs. And billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Did you know the Pennsylvania horse racing industry provides health care and pensions for thousands of workers who in turn spend their income supporting local communities? And we do it with zero tax dollars while creating tens of thousands of jobs.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our news and notes is brought to you by the Granny Fund, which helps continuing education for our backstretch community. And we have to talk about the champ. Pink Lloyd goes out on a high note at Woodbine. And what a cool horse, 29 wins.
That's insane. And very few losses. Just one of the coolest horses ever. A national hero in Canada, and goes out this final race winning off the retirement.
Winning the Kennedy Road Stakes at Woodbine. Here's some emotional goodbyes from his connections of Pink Lloyd.
Pink Lloyd coming. It's Clayton, joined by Pink Lloyd on the outside. Pink Lloyd and Richie's in the house. Pink Lloyd's in front. Pink Lloyd, monumental again, has won his final race.
We were blessed to win this race. It's a tremendous way to go out. You know, he's been Woodbine's horse. He's been Canada's horse, and you know, the next time some horse win 26 stakes and 29 races at Woodbine, let me know about it.
Pink Lloyd really embodies Canadian racing. What a cool horse. Kind of reminds me of Wise Dan.
Yeah, he's one of those horses that just knew where the finish line was. If he was in front, you couldn't get by him. And if he was in mid-pack, he got by you. Cool horse.
Absolutely, and some very sad news to report. Longtime racing secretary, who was our assistant racing secretary here at Parks, Tommy Creel, did pass away, and very sad. He loved the sport of horse racing.
He really did. Tommy was up in New England for years with a number of racetracks, and he was at Delaware Park for a while. And yeah, we'll all miss him because whenever you talk to him, he always had a great smile on his face and just a good people, and he will be sorely missed around
Absolutely.
here.
Our thoughts to his family and friends at this time. And some exciting stuff coming up at Parks Racing. We have the 2-year-olds running the Nursery Stakes, Pennsylvania Nursery Stakes on Tuesday, December 7th.
Yeah, and as you mentioned to me a minute ago, that is the race that got Smarty Jones catapulted toward the 3-year-old season back in 2003. And I believe he won by 15 lengths.
Well, maybe we'll see another superstar come at. And Wednesday, December 8th is Customer Appreciation Day. You can get some cool free stuff, hot dog, coffee, program. Who doesn't love that?
Yeah, well, we'll be here for that. Are you free? We're in. And after Christmas, 2 days right after Christmas, 5 $100,000 stakes just announced. Be very cool to have. Got some little money to throw around here at Parks. And Butch Reed said he'll probably have horses in all 5.
I'm sure we're going to see some of Parks' best racing. So the temperatures are cooling down, but the stakes are heating up here at Parks. Come check us out. We are racing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday here. Post time is 12:10. Well, that wraps it up for Dick and I. We look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks for joining us here on Let's Go Racing.